So we're working on the sign Flyby Restaurant in Fayette, Missouri. It's a 5.5 foot by 5.5 foot sign. Our material comes in 4x8 sheets, and so we need to be able to seam it together. And so right now I've cut the sign apart and I'm able to lay it on our sheets, and everything's kind of topsy-turvy all different ways, but it's so we can get the best usage of our material that we can. So I broke it out in the design software, and then right now what I'm working on is breaking things into different layers. So like when we do a hole, the amperage and the feed and the speed of the machine is a slightly different level for the holes, versus if we're doing a really long outside cut, we can turn the speed up a little bit. We can have torch height control on, so if there's any swelling, the torch will actually follow it via amperage. It's pretty neat. Some of the thinner material can swell as you're cutting, and so you'll see that torch ride the different height and come back down. But when we're doing a hole, we don't necessarily want it to follow that, because the hole will fall through and the torch will actually chase it and then turn off. So a bunch of different things to think about when we're doing the tool pathing on these different sheets. Making sure our ins and our outs. So the machine is going to come in and it's going to blast its first hole here. It'll swoop in, go all the way through this cut, and then come out here. If I just told it to blast in the corner, you would actually see that point on the finished product. So I'm making sure that when it's blasting in salvageable or consumable material to come in and blast out. And that piece here will fall away and be negative in the sign. The system's pretty good about deciding where things go, but I like to just go and fine tune it even more. Again, just to get the best quality we can out of the material, the machine, longevity. A few seconds of editing the start and end points, I feel like really helps the overall quality at the end. Finished tool pathing, the different sheets that we need to use. So while everything's booting up, I like to go through the table, make sure there's nothing stuck to it that's gonna ruin the level of our next sheet. Just kind of eye down it. Sometimes I'll take a grinder to it. Just make a really nice, good surface for the sheet to rest on. Looks really good. I did clean it on Saturday, the last time I ran it. Just did a small job in the corner. So say the table's ready to go, I'll start looking at nozzles, and Aquaman and I are gonna start bringing in sheets. So rather than trying to carry the sheets through the front with all the projects we have going on, we just moved over to the side. That way we can have a straight shot to the CNC and back. I think I'm done talking for the day. No, right now I'm setting a jig in the software. So basically I'm telling the software where the sheet corner is, or X, Y, or 0, or origin, telling it where that sheet is. And I'm setting a jig. That way if I get halfway through the job and it arcs out, or we lose air pressure, we lost power for some reason, I could always go back to the jig and I could restart the job and I wouldn't lose my place. Because if I eyeballed it and I called it good, we could be an eighth off, and I restart that job and then all my artwork is an eighth off, my standoffs, my holes, everything is an eighth off. And setting a jig is just an easy way to kind of future save yourself from a lot of headache and material waste time. So that's something I always do, is set a jig in the software. And then I stand here for 30 seconds and I have a little moment of, did I do everything right? Is the artwork right? Is it scaled right? Did I do the tool pathing right? Is my sheet right? with the machine on. I got the right nozzle, electrode, everything good. And then once I feel like I've done everything right all along the way, then I'll turn the fan on and we hit go. Kind of sanding by the machine right now. Because some of these smaller pieces, they'll fall a bit and they might kick up and be in the way of the nozzle on its next move. So I've got a magnet and a pair of long needle nose pliers, just kind of washing the machine to make sure that nothing bad happens, so we can keep cutting and everything closed.